Dr. Oliver T. Reid is known as the relationship architect, and he is also the author of 6 Ways to Examine Your Relationship from the Inside Out. And this morning we want to welcome Dr. Reid to Daytime to discuss his book and the book signing you got going on, plus a workshop as well. It's happening tomorrow.
Yes.
Tell us about the workshop and the book signing tomorrow, first of all.
Let's begin. Thank you for having me.
Oh, absolutely.
Great. I'm doing a workshop called 6 Ways to Examine Relationships from the Inside Out. And it's focusing on how to look at the interview or conduct an interview, I-N-N-E-R view of a relationship.
An interview.
Instead of
I like that. I really do.
Yeah, so asking the hard questions in the beginning.
Right.
So I'm going to be discussing 6 ways to do that and to really kind of get into asking the questions that you wanted to ask at the beginning instead of waiting till the relationship collapse or there's a trouble or crisis to ask the questions.
Talk to us, give us an overview of what those 6 ways, those 6 questions, whatever, the 6 ways to get that interview.
Right. First thing, one of the ways is digging in the open.
Okay.
So that means you ask the questions, you're not just being investigative, you set time to ask the questions.
Okay.
The next is that you word search. So it's talking about a lot about decoding and what words we use. Another thing is error messages, to be able to see what words work with each individual.
Right.
And sometimes you can have an error message by using the wrong word. We also talk about the real me, getting to who you really are instead of bringing the imposter to the relationship.
Right.
And then we also talk about decoding. And so those are the things that we kind of focus on in that relationship. And then I have the interview question, which really talks about who you really are.
And you've got these cards here that have questions on them, and you ask these cards. You have people ask these questions when they come to the workshop.
Yes, it's the interview game, and it's actually a fun way to have serious fun. So you're asking serious questions, but you're having a fun way. Whether you know each other, whether you're a couple, whether you're a group, you can play with your adult children. You can play this game in a conference. A lot of therapists are getting it.
Right. Who do you encourage? What is your audience? Who do you want to be there for that workshop tomorrow?
Everyone that has a relationship. Because even if you're not in a relationship with a husband and wife or girlfriend and boyfriend, you have a relationship with yourself. And you bring yourself to every relationship.
All right.
So really just if you're engaging with work relationships, business relationships, or just family relationships, you're in a relationship.
And you say you've written about 20 books.
Yes.
And where can folks find those books?
You can find those books on Amazon, Dr. Oliver T. Reid, Manhandled. If you put that tagline in, you'll see all of the things that come up.
Sir, thank you so much.
Thank you.
And we got some information for you right now about the book signing coming up. It's happening at the Bristol Public Library tomorrow from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. That workshop going along with it. There's a website if you need more information. We'll be back with more Daytime in just a few moments.